Hey SHEeos, my name is Maine, the SHEeo and the salonier of the SHEeos Society, the club for modern women entrepreneurs. Being in the business for years, I'd like to call myself as an intuitive business planner, a master of delicate selling, and most importantly, your intentional brand mentor. My expertise lies on brand management and strategy. And because for me, it's not just about the overall aesthetic of your brand, but it's also about your consumer journey and experiences, and most importantly, how profitable your business is. For years, I've been furthering my studies. As I've said, it's all about business and design, marrying both to produce something that is very unique and intentional. Allow me as I share to you my purpose of sharing my knowledge to you so that you too can become a SHEeo of your dreams and launch an intentional brand of your own. I'm the eldest in the family. I'm part Filipino and part Chinese, and I grew up in a very conservative community. I'm very rebellious when it comes to my self-expression. In fact, I always get in trouble expressing myself because I don't like limiting myself to certain things. I'm not afraid to try out new experiences and all of that because I believe those experiences contributes to who I am. And of course, constantly looking for that new experience. I grew up, I felt like I've always been a misfit. And that's why I've constantly looked for new things in order to be who I am right now. I graduated with a degree in advertising management with honors from De La Salle University, but I did not stop there. In fact, I've always believed in endless learning. That's why I'm very passionate about art, travel, fashion, architecture, literature, everything that I've experienced in my life through my travels. It really influenced me in building something like SHEeos Society. And for me, this thirst for feminine aestheticism started when I've encountered the word divine feminine. And this divine feminine term, actually, it was pretty recently that I realized about this term because I realized with everything that I'm trying to expose myself in, my heroines from the movies that I watch, singers that I listened to while growing up, it really contributed to how I created the SHEeos Society. And for me, that divine feminine is what makes a SHEeo unique. It's because that divine feminine in you, that's the raw innate power within yourself. The idea of the SHEeos Society dawned to me around 2016 or 2017. I'm still in my first business at that time. I remember asking my team to create a logo for SHEeo that time. And it was kind of funny because I couldn't feel the overall look of the SHEeo that time. Because right now, the logo is totally different, right? So before, it was like a crown and then a she, then dash, E, dash, O. And it's really not completely speaking to me. So, of course, at that time, I don't have this solid belief systems about me being a SHEeo. So it was a process. It took me 8 years of constantly failing, constantly crying, sabotage, betrayals, and a lot of self-doubts. And I am my own worst critic, and I've suffered with imposter syndrome so much. And I feel like if I wanted to create a club for women entrepreneurs, I should find belongingness in myself first. How could I create something if I too cannot find peace and that belongingness that I wanted for myself? So, once upon a time, last year, it was fall 2019, I remember I got invited to La Salle to do a talk with graduating students. So I went back to my alma mater and talked to these fresh grads and talked to them about what will they be expecting in the world. And I remember that feeling that time. I was on a high. I felt like I'm most fulfilled trying to talk to these fresh graduates at that time. And I felt that high because after that, I remember going to my favorite bar in Conrad. And I remember drinking my favorite drink of choice, which is a mezcal drink. And I told my partner, hey, I feel like I can do something more than this. What about me looking for fellow women entrepreneurs like myself and creating a club? And honestly, the idea has always been there. All it took for me is to realize that it's always within me. It's an inward journey. And with everything, all the confidence that I've built in the years of me doing a business, I've become more fearless in failing. And right now, as I've launched the SHEeos Society, it's more effortless and it's everything that I want and I'm looking for a brand that embraces vulnerability and emotions as their greatest strength. 3 words that best describe a SHEeo: she's intentional, she's authentic, and she's confident.